Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I hope you've had a fine day. Going to do a planetary check-in, see what's going on. Hello, everybody. Planetary check-in, what's going on with the people of the planet. Let's check it out. Page of Pentacles. Challenge position. Codependency. Temptation. Somebody might be feeling like a fool. Recent past, we've got the Empress. Knight of Wands. In the near future. Knight of Cups. Hello. Thank you for all the hearts, everyone. The lens is being looked through. charity, generosity. In the environment, conflict, hopes and fears, Page of Cups, sensitive new love, dreaming, oh, I must be dreaming, the outgoing energy, the moon. Someone might be afraid of something, something might be hidden. Trickery, 10 of Wands burden, 9 of Wands nightmare. Somebody's in fear. They wanted to play a game. And now they're in regret. They're in regret because you have a long-term vision and you work very hard on the details of your foundation because you're very serious about your investment. You're not playing games. Apparently, somebody got pulled over and they were not able to walk a straight line. There's somebody else who is losing their mind. People are starting to see they are crazy. I've got the fans on because it's hot in here. So Page of Pentacles was trying to gain a financial opportunity. There is the World card in the reverse. So they were not able to complete whatever it was they thought they were working toward. They were tempted. Invitation. Codependent romantic offer. They were not able to complete it. I always find it fascinating that you guys ask, what is this? Before you take the time to observe. Blowing my mind. We got the Fool. Somebody's feeling like a fool over the attempt to sacrifice somebody. the devil, codependent love offer. They were not able to sacrifice somebody they made a love offer to. Feeling like a fool. Little bitty devil, feeling like a fool. Little bitty devil, feeling like a fool. In the recent past, we got the Empress here. Oh, darling. Don't come on here and be a little punk. You're gonna spark my live wire. We've got cooperation here, compromise. Somebody wants conflict resolution, and guess who that would be? It would be the Empress, surrounded by all this page, devil, freaking knight, freaking page, freaking conflict. Conflict resolution with a bunch of masculines who want conflict. They want compromise with the Empress while they're trying to freaking sacrifice her using love. Passion. Foolishness. Knight of Cups. I don't think of it so much as a tarot reading as a it's just a planetary story that's coming together with the use of a tool regarding love offer by Mr. Passion, Mr. Love. Just looking for a sacrifice. Come on, man. Knight of Cups, prosperity, resources and opportunities. Ace of Pentacles, a promising venture or investment emerges. Everybody's got freaking PTSD, darling. Everybody. Prosperity. We've got generosity. Defeat. Your generosity has somebody in a Ten of Swords. Everything's collapsing for them. Whatever you're giving away, so I've been hearing about transfer, energy transfer. There's a lot of that going on. Conflict, some sort of competition for something. Restlessness, Four of Swords in the reverse. Somebody's burned out, man. So competition is burned out, self-sabotaging. The interesting thing about that is that they were trying to project out sabotage. You're sabotaging yourself. You're sabotaging yourself. Cursing people with their words. Well, they were told, or some time ago, I heard that They were going to be held responsible for everything that they put into other people's mirrors. So a Page of Cups is being very impulsive, reactive. They got some bad news. Yeah. Stupidity, using love as an excuse to try to sacrifice people, acting like a bunch of fools. So freaking ridiculous. Having anxiety over this trickery. Betrayal. They love betrayal. 10 of Wands burden is theirs to enjoy, and so is the nightmare that everybody has been living because of their habitual patterns, projection, sacrifice, unaliving. Getting left behind. No freaking buddy wants it, man. They're in melancholy. They don't like what they have received. They planted seeds, man, and they're getting the return on those seeds. Feeling very insecure. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Jealous and demanding. Page of Pentacles was not able to complete a cycle. They're heartbroken. They were not able to sacrifice the person they were making a devilish freaking love offer to. Getting readings. Ew, but it's evil, right? It's evil for everybody except the ones doing sacrifices on love. Yeah, what a bunch of assholes. Feeling like a fool, trying to unalive some freaking love offer. What a jerk. Yeah, they're ashamed because their true colors are seen. They don't want love. They want to red rum somebody and take their soul value. Bunch of freaks. Targeting an Empress. Targeting a fucking Empress. Look at her. The Empress is here about conflict resolution. She's not here to make war. Although these people have been sticking her with blades and knives and every effing thing for centuries. Oh, I'm so heartbroken I wasn't able to do it this time. Now I gotta go get a job, motherfucker. Excuse my language. karmic lesson. The Knight of Wands is out here feeling like a fool. Oh, passion, passion. It requires a relationship. It requires sex. It requires a tapping and a tagging of the Vajjichi and the rainbow chakra, the covenant, the spiritual identity. Sure, baby. And he's feeling like a jackass, a foolish jackass. Oh, let's go get it on, honey. I love you. I love you. Yeah. I love you. Me and my whole bag love you, baby. Yeah, honey. If you want to call me baby, go ahead now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Empress knows what the fuck you people are. She's learned her karmic lessons all about you. She's all 4 queens. Probably took every single one of them out on the many stages throughout the last many thousands of years. You've had so much fun. But now the energy is transferring out. She's exercising her right. Workplace affair. What a fucking idiot, man. Oh, I love you, honey. I love you. Oh, they're looking at the Ace of Pentacles. I love you, honey. Yeah, workplace affair. Download, upload, get a freaking manager in the pot, baby. I love you, honey. They're looking at your generosity, at your sharing, at your caring, and at a defeat. A dead end. It's the dead end of your charity. Heartbreaker. Trickster, phony, illusionist. It's the end of your charity. You shall receive nothing. Everything is being transferred out into the new family. The Empress has learned her lessons regarding this devil attachment and all of this nasty shit being done in the name of love. So we've got conflict, fighting these nasty ass men and their little hoes that want to steal an identity of an empress or a queen or some fucking body. They're feeling restless and burned out. They self-sabotaged themselves because they came after a beloved child of the Most High who loves themselves. With their shitty ass love magic and sacrifice, unaliving magic, death magic. Oh, but I love you, honey. I love you, you know. It's so ridiculous at this point. I can't help but be freaking rude, man. Impulsive with the twin flames, they're addicted to your sexual energy. They've been harvesting it for centuries, coming in with masturbation dreams, and they've been talking a lot about that. Immorality. They come and they trigger sexual feelings while you're laying in your bed, and they want you to masturbate so they can harvest the energy. They're addicted to it. So the Page of Cups is like, oh, I love you. Attack on the twin flames with this stupid masturbation shit. So we got the moon. They're having anxiety. They thought they were getting away with something tricky. And now they're in a 10. What are they in? 7 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 9 of Swords, 8 of Cups. They're in melancholy. They're feeling insecure. Zorro. I like that movie with the cat, the Zorro. Sorry, no pun intended. I really dig that movie. Feeling insecure. I heard earlier today that everything they did to the magistrate is going to be done to them. They're going to lose everything. She served them well. She gave them full and complete access to everything and every service that she was here to offer. And all they had to offer her was a knife to the heart, a knife to the throat. Heartbreak over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And the fact of the matter is that they love the sugar, but they cannot stand the barf, even though they're throwing up all over the fucking place and expect everybody else to lick it up. You make me sick with your shit. Don't come here and vomit it on me. I don't give a crap about you. Darling, you want to be a dick? You can go be a dick somewhere else. I don't need it. Dumbass. POS. No strings, darling. You got exactly what you wanted. Don't come here with your hate. Your fucked up, reckless sex. An abandonment of a marriage. Identity thieving. Divine feminines. God is fed up with this shit. And now, these fake spiritual gurus are feeling like shit because their true colors are seen. The Empress is free of this bullshit artistry, and now those people who were happily single, feeding on her energy, have a lot of burdens to pay for with their fucked up sacrificial bullshit. Mr. Arrogant, third-party enemy. I got an email today saying, oh, your stay at the Hilton Hotel gets you, but I was never at the Hilton Hotel or the Marriott or whatever the hell. People are funny. People are funny. I don't stay at motels. They got bed bugs, man. Nasty shit happens in those places. I'd rather sleep in my car. Step away, step away. They're heartbroken because you're stepping away from the social media and such. You may have unplugged your router. You may be keeping your phone on airplane mode. You may not be posting much on social media anymore. You just don't give a damn about folks online. I don't give a damn about folks on the TV. As far as I'm concerned, the people who rule over these states and whatever the hell else, they're a figment of my imagination. I've not seen one of them alive in person. They're just on the boob tube, which I unplugged, and now I'm not smart enough to get it working again. So I guess I gotta call Comcast and cancel. Although it was really funny when I was with my father the other day, who has a 30-year-old vehicle and there is no GPS in it. We were traveling down the road and my phone was picking up his vehicle speed. And I'm like, so Dad, how does my phone know how fast you're going here? And he's like, oh, it must be the satellites. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. Small progress. So we got the devil with codependency, making a love offer, getting readings on somebody. They're making small progress. You're walking away, you're stepping away. They're not able to complete a sacrifice. Somebody is guilty and embarrassed. Their true colors are seen. The light is ahead. Darkness doesn't last forever. Their true colors are seen. The Empress is here. Somebody wants to compromise. She's learned her karmic lessons. There's no need to compromise. Somebody wants to compromise. She's learned her karmic lessons, or maybe they want to compromise with the karmic lessons. I heard earlier today, everything that they did to the magistrate, I thought the magistrate might be a figment of my imagination, but apparently there's truly a magistrate out there, some giant Titan woman. Everything they did to her will be done to them. They're losing their minds. They're going crazy with all that dark magic that they were trying to do, getting people institutionalized. It's all back on them, the psychological warfare. And they will not be able to withstand their own nastiness. The people that they've been calling on, or the entities that they have been calling on to destroy the minds of good, solid women and men, are not your friends. And they're coming for you because you're the one who called them forth, and the Empress is the one who survived it. Knight of Wands is feeling like a foolish jackass. because you're not behind. Everyone's pretending to have it together. You don't need to. Failure is a part of the map. They're trying again. Foolish jackass. Knight of Wands. Feeling like a clown. Because you're not behind. You're a freaking Empress, for Pete's sake. You got a Knight of Wands, a Page of Pentacles. Both of them are foolish with their freaking girlfriend here. Knight of Cups, wanting a workplace affair. Oh, mama, you're so prosperous. It's temporary. Even chaos expires. The machines need to power down. So we're losing the AI system. It sounds to me like this stuff is going to hit reset. Like I on purposely unplugged my stuff, and now I'm not smart enough to put it back together, see, because I never got into all that computer mumbo jumbo. Wires everywhere, freaking routers and modems and stuff. No, thank you. So your generosity is done. No more charity for the trickster, phony, illusionist. You're transferring everything out. Whoever you are, whoever's out there saying that whatever you did to the magistrate is going to be done to you. Yeah, whoever this lawmaker is, or this judge, or whatever, God, yeah, there's no more charity. Everything that these people had been receiving from the Empress is being transferred out. She's claiming it all back. Or somebody is claiming it back on her behalf. Phony trickster illusionist has too many tabs open. Their brain has 47 tabs open. So somebody could have 47 attachments. In the environment, we've got competition, feeling restless. They're burned out, man. They're self-sabotaging. They came after a beloved child of the Most High, a daughter who actually loves themselves, and is stopping texting them. She doesn't want anything to do with them. It's like, bug off, man. If they wanted to reply, they would. She doesn't want to reply. No. The phone has been unplugged. The computer has been unplugged. It's all coming undone. Page of Cups is here, feeling impulsive regarding the twin flame energy. They're addicted to the sexual energy. Sex addiction. You're learning mistakes or teachers. They're in fear, anxiety over a 7 of Swords betrayal, 10 of Wands burden, 9 of Swords nightmare, 8 of Cups walking away, melancholy, feeling insecure, jealous, deviousness. Jealousy, I heard, is no longer going to be tolerated. So jealousy, envy, immorality, people who masturbate at the hair of a trigger. You could be sleeping in your bed alone. Some jackass is going to come in and trigger your sexual energy. And if you masturbate, they're going to deem you as immoral. And it's so devious. They wanted no strings attached. They love to hate you. When they say, oh, I love you, they mean they hate you. Somebody called me sugar and barf. Obviously, they're no friend of mine. Round and fucking round you go. These people are not able to breathe. The breath could be coming out of them. They've been doing death magic. Sacrificial bullshit artistry. Well, gay men pretend, I think, some of them pretend because they have to attach themselves to a woman in order to gain the spiritual inheritance. That belongs to a family man. So they have to pretend. Because there's morality, morals, ethics. How would I know? Probably because their souls and their spirits are closest to God, Amber. They're the big, powerful, spiritual soul, freshly born. Have you ever had one fresh, they say? Yeah, they like those powerful souls that are born fresh into the flesh. The more kids they have, the more spiritual bank accounts they can tap into and claim. They zero out the soul value of those children. They're a side hustling motherfucker is what they are. Anybody who wants to say that what I'm saying is worthless can get on down the road. You don't need to be here. But of course you will, because you're losing your mind. Because people like me are safe from your storm. It's coming back on you. And now you're pissed because you're getting pulled over and you can't walk a straight line. Because people are seeing that you're losing your mind, because all of this storm is coming back on you. It never belonged to anybody here. Because we realize that we're good enough. We don't have to walk around and steal other people's trophies and identities and clothes and houses and bank accounts. We don't need any of that shit. Our value is in our soul. All we need to do is hold on to that. We got a pause coming. Be patient. Growth takes time. It's not instantaneous. Virtue, exactly. Because these other people that are pretending that they have it all together, they're on the television, they're talking smack about whatever, about whoever. They don't know shit, man. Look at this. They're reading a script. They're saying what they're being told to say. So you don't have to compare yourselves to them, because they're losers, man. They don't know anything. All they know how to do is memorize their lines, laugh at the proper time, Wear the appropriate outfit. You don't need to compare yourself to that bullshit. You're authentic. And so is the one that you are connected to. So you're letting the bullshit go. And you're being kind to yourself while the world around you says, ah, 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 oh no, ah, ah. Go take a freaking nap with your light body, man. Walk away from the drama. It's all freaking absurd. It's absurd. And you matter. Your presence changes everything. They want to wrap you up in their and you're like, hey, man. Hey. Hey, man. Pandemic of the unvaccinated? Page of Pentacles is trying to manifest something. They were unable to do so. The World card is in the reverse. They're heartbroken because you've stepped away from the computer. You don't need to solve their problems. You're stepping away. It's like, hey, I'm done with the soul buncher, man. I'm done with the heart thief, the heartbreaker. Nobody needs it. A situationship? Are you freaking kidding me? Get the F on down the road, soul muncher. Somebody's losing their mind. Oh, well, good for you, Voodoo Moo One. Good for you. So we got the devil here making a love offer. They're getting readings on folks. This is a cheater who made very small progress. They need to attach themselves to somebody who made bigger progress so that they can make a sacrifice. They're feeling like a fool for trying to do that. And they are. They're a damn ass fool. Their true colors are seen. They're just a freaking high identity thief of the shadow. Fucking loser. There's a light ahead at the end of the tunnel. You can see it very clearly. And darkness does not last forever. Yes, you are essential. Mental health counselor who got sacked for being vaccine free. Isn't that something? Well, honey, don't you worry about it because your services are going to be needed in the near future. And we're going back to a bartering circumstance. So you're probably going to be able to trade your services for other things like, you know, eggs and blankets and whatever the hell else you need. They're going to need your counseling, so that's good. There's a light ahead, and you're not toxic. The light that's in your path is not toxic. You are not toxic. You've got these foolish identity thieves out there that would have been trying to swap places with you. The darkness doesn't last forever. I'm not pulling on anybody's specific energy. As I've said for all of my reads, this is a planetary shift. As far as I know, I've been told that this is not a partial reset. This is the full-on, full-blown reset. It's the final one. Boom. Because specific high-value beings have been emancipated, generational curses have been broken, and curses on specific powerful royal lineages and tribes have been broken. So these entities who had been locked down are free, and a lot of them are very scary, man. Powerful entities. And when they come together, working together without bias, with all of their specific powers and abilities, man, stuff's getting done. And it's scary. It's much scarier than it was before, because they know what they're doing and they're not fucking around. Enough is enough. God said this is the end of their relationship with batteries. They will no longer feed on the twin flames. You need some sleep, darlings. You've been undergoing some serious psychological warfare. Turn off the devices. Shut that shit down. The sooner you do it, the easier it'll be. Just turn it off. Let it go. Why? Because you're naturally connected. You're naturally telepathically connected. The mirror situation, I don't know about magic. All I know is that I've been attacked by it, or by people who do it. The only reason I even looked into it was because I discovered over the last near 24 years what had been going on with me. So the Knight of Wands is feeling like a foolish jackass because you're not behind. They're a foolish jackass, or they feel like a foolish jackass. They're trying again. What they're trying, same sex? I don't know. What do they got? They want you to go be with the same sex? They want to be with the same sex? I don't know, man. Maybe they're trying to tag a woman who is into the same sex. Third party, forgive. They want forgiveness. Knight of Cups, making a proposal to somebody who is very prosperous. An Ace of Pentacles. It's a workplace affair, but chaos is expiring. The machines are shutting down. Time is running out. This is temporary. Yeah, chaos is expiring. It's not just those who capitulate to hate. Unfortunately, gotta tell you, they don't need to stick a needle in you to inject you with nanotechnology. Okay, it's in the air. Smart dust. is in the air. And human augmentation and transhumanism is temporary. The machines are getting shut down. Now, I don't know if y'all believe in the power of God or the power of He who holds the essence of the sun, life itself in the palm of His hand, and the power that goes with that. But nanotechnology does not stand a chance when it comes to the prime source creator of everything, okay? So, smart does, whatever the fuck, okay? Living in denial. The generosity that was once given is come to an end for the trickster, phony illusionist who's got too many tabs open in the mind. A lot of folks who have this smart dust in them have been purifying, heavy metal cleansing, deprogramming. They've been amplifying their inner sun. They've been amplifying their electricity. They've been elevating their own frequency and vibratory level. This stuff is frying when it comes to the organic individual and their ability to step up in vibratory frequencies. Yeah, there's a whole lot of resets going on. Oh, and still, the babbler wants to babble about the Empress of babbling bullshit. Yeah, Sabrina Wallace is, I love Sabrina Wallace. She's got a lot of good stuff to say. Can you see that? Maybe you can. So, Buddha Muan. Yes? I agree. Swingers. So these are swingers. Same sex, opposite sex, doesn't matter. They got all these tabs open. They connect, they bump heads telepathically with folks, right? By tapping into the rainbow covenant of people through sex. Conflict, restless, they burnt out. They self-sabotaged by targeting a beloved daughter of the Most High who actually loves themselves, and they're not texting back and forth. This stuff, the nanotech, you can call it nanotech, you can call it whatever. The tabs are getting shut down in the high frequency of love. They're getting shut down. They can't take the high frequency of love. They need you in a state of suffering, psychobabble, freaking suffering. Fetishes. You're not into it, man. You're not into the self freaking emulation or whatever that is. Page of Cups is acting impulsively regarding twin flames. They're addicted to the sex energy. They go in and harvest. Now, Mr. Ace of Swords, I think his name is, he was talking about how the sirens have really been doing people wrong. Now, in one of my astral travels, I was on board what appeared to be a ship, and there was a siren, very pale-skinned woman. Her husband liked her to open the minds of women, human women like myself, so while they were sleeping, so that they could go in and have a dream lover experience and harvest energy. These sirens were singing their songs and getting these women to open themselves up to these encounters during dream time. They really fucked up a lot of people this way, singing their stupid songs. Do as I say, agree, agree, agree. I sat there and this man was telling me how his wife was getting her feelings hurt by watching him harvest women in this way. And so he was trying to get me to agree to open minds so that they could do it. I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like singing her song, and I'm like, oh yes, all good. And then right away after that was done, I'm like, what the fuck was that? So instantly I canceled it all out. And this kind of information is coming into the higher courts because the sirens have really messed up a lot of divine feminines in this way for harvesting for these stupid ass, jackass mofos. So yeah, they're getting fucked up. You're learning. Mistakes are teachers. They're addicted to the twin flame sex energy. That's why they wanted to keep the twin flames in a mental state, in a mental prison. And they wanted to keep them seen as defiled. They've been doing this masturbation shit during dream time when you're sleeping. And then they've been sticking the title of immoral, gluttonous masturbator or whatever the hell, trying to get people trapped. This phony baloney freaking deceitful conviction bullshit artistry. You're learning all about it. The instruction that was learning, so soulmates, marriage. The soulmates are coming together in a marriage. The twin flames, whoever this twin flame bullshit artistry is, yeah, they wanted to keep your mind in a mess or something, or the minds of these twin flames have been in a mess because online dating crap, and then ghosting, sacrifice. They do a lot of things. Yes, they do, Angel. No, I don't do tarot like people do tarot. I don't look into individual lives. I'm just telling a story, man. This is one of the tools that I use. Typically, I lay awake all night long listening to the bullshit artistry and I report in that way. But sometimes I like to sleep and I like to make it easy on myself. So I use these cards. People want to get on here and they want to talk crap and I just don't know what to say. Somebody's afraid because they're in a seven of swords, betrayal, trickery, trickster, 10 of wands, burden, 9 of swords, nightmare, and 8 of cups, walking away. They're feeling sad and insecure because they didn't want strings with you, Empress. They hated you. They loved your energy and the gifts and the powers that you have. And they wanted to knife you over and over again, and they did, to gain for themselves, to keep you stuck in a cycle of abuse, away from true love. They're not able to breathe right now. Jealous. The jealousy, isn't there like isn't that a demon? The 7 deadly sins, aren't those actual demons, like gluttony and all that other stuff? Aren't those the names of actual entities that are attached to people? I don't know. Somebody thinks they love you. They're feeling passionate and romantic. They might be trying to manifest you. There could be some kind of an argument happening because you healed your heart. Once you separated from people who wanted freaky sex, they're regretting for playing with your love because there's a divorce here. They're getting cut out of you who are making love. Fuck them, man. They're afraid. They want your forgiveness. These third-party a-holes. The devil wants you to fight fair. They want reconciliation. They want you to date the same sex. Whatever, man. They're actually not willing to commit. It's the same shit. Friends are involved. You could have friends that aren't ready to commit. They just want to go have sex with somebody and you're letting them go. You're letting them go. They want to get somebody pregnant. They want to create that tie, that cord, that bond, that unbreakable, unshakable, they have a right to be in your energy because you share a child that uses both of your DNA or whatever. I mean, they need this bond. And you don't have one. They didn't want to have children with you. They did not want to have a marriage with you. They just wanted to lure you in on some kind of online dating app and then sacrifice you. They like to text you. They've happened to me. Somebody texts, "Hey bro, I ran into your mom. She gave me your number." Da, 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 da. I'm like, "Hey, this is a woman. You obviously have the wrong number." And he goes, "Oh, sorry, my bad." And then he's like, "Ah, you wish." So you got little punk ass bitches out there texting your phone number, trying to create the illusion that you have a connection somehow. Look at the little punk ass fucker, man. They wanted to be chosen, or they wanted to prove that they have a situationship with you. Punk. Punk. Unworthy little bastard. Mice. They were not able to complete it because you successfully bridged the gap. The truth is seen. They're heartbroken here because you're overcoming this problem. These mice, these devils, making romantic offers, cheating on you for small progress. punk, man. Fucking punk. Dating is a trap. Sex with anybody is a trap. Communication with most of everybody is a trap. These people feel that all it takes is a simple conversational exchange to do a fucking transfer. Of course they are. But there's irrefutable evidence from centuries long investigations coming to light now. It's irrefutable evidence. It does not matter if they are still lying and denying. It simply doesn't matter. I appreciate you people who speak as though you're very kind. I do hope it's sincere. I honestly do. I have hope. Thank you for that. So we got a codependent devil making a love offer. This is a cheater who made very small progress. They're out there doing readings or spying on people who are doing readings. A turkey behaving stupidly. Trying to get rich. Yes. Yes. Irrefutable evidence. Yes. Many, many lifetimes of irrefutable evidence, while the sacrifice has been living a life of a few months to a few years to maybe 30 years. Yes, irrefutable evidence of crimes against a soul. From those who have been stealing life force, living long lives as a criminal harvester of soul. So we got the Fool here. Somebody's feeling like a fool regarding this sacrifice or attempted sacrifice. This person's true colors are seen. They're ashamed. They've been found guilty. There's a light ahead at the It's a non-toxic light for non-toxic people. There is a true light ahead. Darkness isn't lasting forever. Boot. Somebody's getting the boot. You're increasing your efforts. The Empress is here with resolutions. Learning the karmic lesson, teaching the karmic lesson. Somebody needs sleep. They're overthinking about the twin flames, and we've got the club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Twin flames, the club. Psychological warfare. It sucks, man. It's really bad. The Sun is here. Happiness and well-being. Happiness haters. We've got a Knight of Wands, Mr. Passion himself, feeling like a foolish jackass regarding same sex. Everyone's pretending to have it all together. You don't need to. We got failure as part of the map. Try again. Bag. Something important such as a new job or a raise. You got to get a job, get a raise. You got to go get a job. Knight of Cups is making a romantic offer at the workplace with somebody who is seen as an Ace of Pentacles. Could be a boss. Even machines need to power down. This is temporary. Living in denial regarding a career. Blind. So the computers may be going down at work. Even chaos expires. The charity is at a dead end for the phony trickster illusionists. They got too many tabs open in their head. They're a bunch of swingers. They've been connecting with people through reckless sex and tapping into the minds of people, of a community, of a collective, or whatever. They're all part of a hive mind now. We got dolphin. Financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. Swingers. Got too many tabs open. So they've tapped into other people's mental bodies. Conflict, competition, strife, burnout. Self-sabotage, man. They came up against a beloved child of the divine, a daughter who actually loves themselves, talks lovingly to themselves. They got fetishes, man. And this person is stopping, paying attention to their health. Somebody might have a fetish over somebody who pays attention to their health. Whoa. Carriage. A journey, either physical or mental. The page is acting impulsively with twin flames. They're addicted to the sex energy. You are learning, mistakes are teachers. The soulmates are married. We've got carriage. A journey, either physically or mental. They're in fear and anxiety over this betrayal, this deceit. 10 of Wands is upon them. 9 of Swords is upon them. Nightmare, heavy burden. They got to walk away. They're disappointed. They're in melancholy. They're insecure. They didn't want any strings attached. They love to hate you. Every time they said they love you, they meant they hated you, and they wanted to stick you, stick you, stick you. They're learning their cycles, triggers, lessons. Everything that they did is going to come back on them. They cannot breathe. They're so jealous, they can't even breathe. They're having a strong emotion, a fiery emotion, passionate love or hate. They can't even breathe right now. They're so full of this fire. They can't even breathe right now. They're so, because of your inner fire. Okay, so on the bottom of the deck we got Arrow. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. You are on the road to success. You're on the mountain road. There could be a bear. Maybe you are a bear. A protector. Maybe you have a protector. Danger, especially in money matters. And we've got Wreath, sorrow over a loss, but it came in the reverse. And we've got Gong, an exciting event in the reverse. Something is not exciting and that involves the law. We're going on a vacation. Somebody has unclear thinking. Maybe their journey's short. They're going on a horse. Oh, this is a happiness hater. There's no compliments. There's no more affairs with your family tree. Your family tree is upside down. Whoever was this Empress's tree is upside down now. The tables have turned. It's like she's transferring everything out. She served them so well for so long, and they betrayed her, knifed her, knifed her, knifed her, knifed her, left her alone, left her alone, left her alone, cheated her, cheated her, cheated her, covered her in the blame and the shame of their own bullshit artistry while they were fucking her over. So she's taken all of her stuff and leaving, man. She's got a new marriage. Doesn't really matter what they think about it. They're extremely stubborn, unwilling to change. And whatever family that was, their wishes are no longer coming true. They lost their dream come true when they came for you, Empress. That was what the royal mother stated. Your new family, royal mother. They lost their dream come true when they came for you. You are in a position of authority. And there is an increase in spirit, in material wealth or spiritual growth. Empress. There's no more sorrow for you. This is the end of your sorrow, man. These people are mean. They're just freaking mean. Your success is assured with good plans and hard work. You have a guarantee. The royal mother is not letting you go. You have reconciliation. Because of who you are, this is coming to an end. And you have been liberated. You have plenty of material things. And you're going to go on a vacation soon. There will be no disappointment in your friend and lover, and you will be shown the way. You'll be guided appropriately. A marriage will take place. Yeah, and we got Cat, which says two-faced friend. So whoever it is, they are not a two-faced friend. Whoever this cat is, they are not a two-faced friend. You're climbing the ladder towards success. And the chains are broken. There's no more chains. And we'll just end with this deck right here, real quick. Man, you guys, don't make me mad. I don't like cussing. Why you always get me all upset, man? I'm just trying to tell you a story. Hey, Guitar Kid, how you doing there, buddy? I hope you're doing better today. Page of Pentacles was not able to complete this sacrifice. They were not able to gain a situationship. You stepped away. They're heartbroken. There's discord among friends and family because you successfully overcame a problem. You were able to bridge the gap. You've got a soulmate there. You were able to unravel the puzzle, the conundrum, and come up with a solution. You got the black cat there. Bastet has been mentioned. Royalty, by the way. Someone is behaving stupidly. It's a codependent devil. They're trying to make a love offer. This is a cheater, a swindler. They're getting readings on people to see if they're successful, and then they're wanting to come in and move forward on your path. They made very small progress when it came to wealth, cheating, stealing, sacrificing people, pretending to love them when they hated them. It's really quite disturbing. I don't understand it, but it's really foul play. Me don't really like it. You got alliances here. Connections, unity. So there's unity. Creative solutions. The fox has the crown. Creative solutions. Solution provider. Conflict resolution. There is some conflict that you just can't resolve. There just has to be a return of the experience so that there can be a greater understanding of what one has actually been doing, right? Sometimes we just don't understand what it is we're doing until somebody does it to us. Unfortunately, you've got alliances here. You're going on an adventure. We got the tiger. So there is the cat. Male and female on the cat. You might be going to the tribe of Judah. You might be traveling through some gate soon. Could be jaguar also, because jaguar and lion are united. Maybe tiger too. All the cats are here. I had a vision once. I walked into an old house and there was a false wall built. And between the false wall and the natural wall, there was like a space, like a 12-foot space, whatever, just like a hallway with windows and such. And when I opened the door, went into the space, like there was old furniture, dusty stuff, and it was filled with cats, man. All kinds of cats. So yeah, I had to break down the false wall, or at least open a door, let the cats out. So we got stand still. There, somebody's feeling like a fool, trying to sacrifice you. Their true colors are seen. They're ashamed of themselves. I heard that anything that they have done to this magistrate will be done to them. There's a light ahead. The darkness does not last forever. Somebody's getting the boot. Yeah, because toxicity is not allowed here. And these people are toxic. We've got rhythms, groundedness, nature, and earth. Rhythms. It was pretty cool. Cartart Kid, yes, it was pretty cool. So the Empress is all about compromise and resolution. This is something that's been weighing heavily on my mind lately, is conflict resolution. You know, everybody wants to go to war. Everybody wants to freaking fight. But nobody wants to resolve conflict. They just want to get one over on each other. The way to resolve conflict is to make it very clear what the actions we choose to do are actually doing in the world, you know? And the only way that we can really experience that is if somebody does it to us, or if what we have done becomes our garden and our experience, right? So, if we have been mean to people, gosh, years and years ago, man, 30 some years ago, I was very thin. I had always been very thin, very active, very high energy. And there was a gal who had a big old belly on her. And I had been drinking one night and she got pissy with me and I called her a fat bitch. Next thing you know, my freaking metabolism slows down and I get fat. And you know where I gain all my weight? Right in my freaking belly. And then I start hearing people ask me if I'm pregnant, you know, and it becomes very embarrassing. And I'm like, God, I'm such a stupid idiot. Why did I ever say that shit to her, you know? Because I had then to experience what it was to be in her circumstance and not be able to do a damn thing about it while being slandered for it. So it's a lesson. Exactly, Mo Golden. And I learned that lesson. I was like, when I said that, it was like almost instantaneously God gave me a fat belly. And I was like, oh, what a dumbass, you know? What dumbass. Love, honor, and respect, man. It's the way to go. Be compassionate and caring. And choose to resolve conflict rather than create it. Because nobody needs that shit in their life, man. So the Empress has learned her karmic lesson here. We've got, you need to sleep, closing out the tabs, stop overthinking things, shut down the freaking modem, shut off the router, turn off the Wi-Fi, twin flames. Someone's going to try to make you do something against your will, but happiness and well-being are here. So yeah, stop overthinking. You got to shut down the Wi-Fi, because when you're sleeping and you got your phone right there, you're using the freaking alarm clock or whatever, right? Or the recording device. So while you're sleeping, you got your Wi-Fi on. And it's sending signals from the towers outside into your mental body while you're sleeping, trying to get you to do something that you would not otherwise do. You got to shut it off. You need to sleep. You got to shut it off. It's the karmic lesson. You got to shut it off. Unplug that shit. Twin flame. They need your fire. You got happiness and well-being here. So yeah, you got to shut that shit off, because they're going to try to program your mind while you're sleeping. It's what they do. And you've got trust, overcoming fear, intentions, and having faith. And once again, we've got the tigers, the cats. You could be traveling through the gate to Lyra. I heard you are being vindicated beyond the Emerald Gate. Or you have been vindicated, something like that. So, Mr. Knight of Wands is all passionate. This is a jackass feeling like a fool. Same-sex scenario. They want to try again. Because they've been pretending to have it together. But you don't need to. You got something in the bag. See, this person, whoever this Knight of Wands is, they're into same-sex relationships, but they need to sacrifice a woman so that they can gain the harvest. Everybody's going after this Empress, man. To identity thiever. And whoever her soulmate is here, who doesn't have to try, who is good enough. This freaking jackass is over there trying to interfere. I do, NYPD Rat Patrol. I got 2 fans going, as a matter of fact. One of them is about ready to vibrate clear off the table. So if you hear a crash, that's what it is. Oh, you don't have to stay, honey. If it's bad audio, don't annoy yourself for certain. You can click off. It's all right. When it's 80 degrees or 90 degrees, I'm turning the fans on. I'll still tell the story, though, for those who don't mind the noise. At least it's not sirens. And where I used to live, there were always sirens, man. Cops chasing people, fire trucks going by, ambulances. There was always a freaking siren going off. Now it's just my fans. Yeah, gunshots too. And those freaking helicopters that would fly real low, trying to track a fella running from the police. Yeah, I did not like that last place I used to live at. This is much better. So, yeah, beauty, radiance, self-esteem, and strength. Darling, you got flowers on the mind. It's like that. What do they call that? Cocoa banana. Chi-chi-chi-chi-chi. She had that big hat on with all the fruit and stuff in it. So Knight of Cups is making a romantic offer to somebody at the workplace because they're an Ace of Pentacles. This is somebody that is a boss. Like, they're like, hey, you're the boss. Let's get it on. Let's bump heads, whatever. And you're like, this is temporary. Because chaos is expiring. Machines are going to power down, meaning I'm thinking we're getting rid of AI. We're getting rid of the computer technology. We're getting rid of this Wi-Fi tower bullshit artistry and all that stuff. It could very well be like this. Somebody's living in denial about their career. God said that we're going back to a bartering system. You will create, you will produce, and you will share, or you will have nothing. We have awakening, number 1. Attraction, beginning, newness, and communing. Yes, with nature, with true telepathy, with all that is. And you know, the most amazing thing is, during some psychological warfare at the beginning of the month, I was actually telepathically communicating with my dog. It was wild, man. I was like, I had the door open and I was like thinking to my dog, I'm like, get up, go outside. And he stood up and he went to the door and he kind of stood there for a minute. And I said, go on, go outside, in my head. And then he stepped out. And then he came back in and he was just kind of standing there wobbly a little bit, like he was tired. And then I said, lay down, in my head. And he walked over to the little rug and he laid down. And I was like, wow, man, I'm communicating with my dog in my mind. It was so cool. So we're coming into this telepathy. Now, it felt like spiritual, psychological warfare, but what was actually happening was I was expanding in the mind, and it was a real challenge, you know. So anyway, that happened. It was real interesting. Yeah, Toby's telepathic. He certainly is. I did not know it until that experience at the beginning of the month. It was harrowing, man. I was like, oh my goodness. That means that we are connected to all of the animals who aren't actually animals. They're spirit soul complexes in a body different than ours. Some of these spirit soul complexes actually take flight, or they live in the ground, like the moles and stuff. I know a man who has powerful mole medicine, and another man who has powerful bear medicine, and a woman who has powerful owl medicine. It's crazy, man. These people are scary. I'm not kidding. You gotta have a little respect when you're talking about being an all-natural telepath. You can't just go out there and display your psychotic tendencies and expect everybody to adore you, you know? Somebody may be living in denial. This may be your career. You may be an animal communicator. You may have been in denial about it for some time. The voices that you hear, you know, you may be like, who the fuck is that? Well, it's the crow in your backyard. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. You could be an animal communicator. And you might have pissed off a whole collective of crows because you didn't fill up the water in the bird bath? You didn't give them their seed? I don't know, man. Pissed somebody off. But I do have squirrels now, which I did not have before. So now I've got a couple of squirrels, and there was one, and now there's two, actually three. So that's pretty cool. So charity for these sexual deviants trying to sacrifice people and identity thieve them is over. It's at a dead end for the tricky, phony illusionist who's got too many damn tabs open in their head. These are swingers. They don't care who they're sleeping with. They don't care who they're connected to. They just want money, man. A financial gain. So we've got financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So whatever it is, these are swingers. They were making financial gain by tapping and tagging the Vajiji, the Rainbow Covenant, the chakra system within a temple. The swingers got too many tabs open. It could very well be that we've got togetherness now. The dolphins and the jaguar, the cheetah, the lion, and we've got the little black cat here. Loyalty, fellowship, and bonding with the animal kingdom. Every voice you hear, just because it sounds human, doesn't make it so. Especially because some folks out there, they use a translator to decipher messaging. But if you're a full-blown, source-connected oracle, prophet, prophetess, you don't need a translator. Everything that you hear, regardless of the language that is used, translates in your system, because you're an original organic communications device of the divine. You're a transmitter receiver. You've got crystalline lining in your skull, and you've got these folks here that have been like pouring acid into your like dream self, your body. They've been slitting it open with sandpaper. I mean, they've been doing all kinds of mean things to destroy or distort the mental body of you powerful psychics, man. Psychic mediums. You've got clairvoyance. You're an animal communicator. You're connected to all beings. Okay? And not everybody you hear is an actual human. You've been living in denial. And I hear, if you want to call me baby, just go ahead now. Hey, yeah. And that song has been moving through my head quite a bit lately. You are loved. So those who have been in competition with you are feeling burned out. They sabotage themselves by coming after a beloved child of the divine. You're a high-ranking, upper dimensional person. An animal communicator. And I'm not saying animal, okay? What I'm saying is celebrate mystery, trust the journey. It's unexpected secrets. You're all about connection to the all that is. And just because there's a spirit soul complex in a cheetah doesn't mean that that spirit soul complex doesn't understand you and your life very well. He may have been in one of these two-legged moving. So you got the standing ones here, right? The standing ones, they are a vibrant pillar of light. Well, so are you, except your 2 feet move. You're just like this tree, rooted and grounded in the soil, but you move among them. You're interweaving, right? Everything eternally. Trust the journey. the unexpected secrets. You're part of the all that is. You're like an upper dimensional being, and you got mean people here that are very, very jealous of who and what you are, and they've been trying to destroy your mind. Tap into it with this stupid sacrifice bullshit so that they can pretend to be you. But they need a translator. They need some kind of electronic device to translate the verbiage that's coming in from the animals because they can't speak the language. And I don't like to call them animals. They're great spirits. And in these other realms, they can shift from being a hawk to being a possum to being, a canine or a lion or a cheetah. They can shift into whatever they want. Because in these other realms, there's fluidity. I mean, I'm sure, certain entities have their preferences regarding their imagination. Regarding the great mystery that moves through everything. Now, I don't know. I was at this one place in the astral experience, and a lion ran toward me. It was freaky, man. Here comes this lion, a lioness, a female, and she jumped like she was gonna get me. So I crouched down, and I was like, ah! And she turned into an Irish setter, a dog who I love immensely. And then we kind of rolled around and played a little bit. But yeah, it was freaky, man. And cool, very cool. One of the enemies turned into a possum and got dragged out by the tail. Man, those possums got big teeth. Tenacity. So the Page of Cups is getting some bad news. They're getting some bad news, man. Page of Swords in the reverse. They're addicted to the sexual energy of the twin flames of the inner sun. Those beings of the sun. They're addicted to the sexual energy. They've been prostituting the energy by causing dream lover experiences and masturbation inclinations, triggers, while you're sleeping in your bed, most likely alone. These jackasses have been RAPing people while they sleep and then accusing them of being immoral, unethical masturbators. Convicting them of sin, when it is they themselves who have been astral projecting into your home and into your mind, doing that shit to you. They are the immoral mother effers, projecting their own filthy deed onto their victim. I'm sick of it. I've been fighting that shit for I've been here 3-4 years, and it was like 3-4 years prior to that I was in the other location. I've been fighting this masturbation dream lover bullshit artistry for nearly a decade. These shitheels come in to the space, the living space, and they try to trigger the sexual energy and the inclination to touch oneself. Well, I'm stubborn because I know that it's just an energy harvest, and I am so sick of these freaks, man. A badger. I'd bite their face off if I could see them. Yeah, and the sirens have been out there singing their little songs to get people to open up and to do in the astral and shit. They're in big trouble, man. Mr. Ace of Swords out there is doing some, I think that's his name. He picked up on the sirens, and I know it's true because I had my own experience where this woman was some dude's husband, this siren, pale skin. But he didn't want to have sex with her because the hair on her legs would grow and be stubbly. So he would want her to open the door for somebody else's mind who shaved that night. And she'd have to sit there and hold the door open while he molested somebody. Round and round you go. Love to hate you. Don't want any strings attached. They just want to keep you trapped in this status of immorality. They can't breathe. They're so jealous. They're having strong feelings of hate. This is fire. There could be fire because of their jealousy. I mean, they could be going into God's fire. And they might not be able to breathe. Everything they did to you, Empress, in the past, and they burned you alive many times, roasted you in the bowl, burned you up as a witch multiple times, burned you alive for daring to speak on God and love and saying you didn't need anybody else to freaking take you there. Somebody's not able to breathe. Jealousy is no longer being tolerated. They're being thrown into God's fire. They're being released. You're letting them go. You're getting freedom, and you're going to be able to heal. You and your winged friends, your angels, your guardians. These people are being released out of your energy. Or these entities. So the owls are waiting. The owl woman, owl man, take it as it resonates. Now, the indigenous culture, it's always owl woman. Men don't carry owl medicine. It's always the woman. And they're afraid of her. She's alert, she's prepared, and she's watchful. And we've got just ask, launch, soar, and request. We've got the lion and the woman here with the bird, with the poppies, the flowers. They recognize you as authentic, sovereign, independent, and unique, and they are nesting and protecting your crown. You might be a bird woman. Blooming, being seen, being acknowledged, being recognized. And there may be a lot of contemplation going on here, you and the cat family. that are patiently observing your dreams. Your astral experiences, your comings and goings. You might be visiting other realms of other tribes that actually take on various forms. You might be learning from them. You might be hearing about their experiences and what they have learned while walking or living among the two-leggeds. You're bringing peace, and they could be bringing you peace also. There's unity, connectedness, harmony, and equilibrium. You are bringing poise, confidence, equilibrium. You're balancing the scales. Look, man, we've even got the bees making honey in your brain, bringing healing with the, what is it, propolis? The nutrient that honey has, bringing sweetness. There could be some assistance in releasing negative thinking. You might be bringing the art of positive thinking, or you might be being gifted a sweet healing. Bees, from the pollinators, the butterflies, from the pollinators, making honey, making life sweet, making the mind of the Empress sweet, so that no negative thoughts can be birthed or born, or this consciousness cannot be used to make nastiness anymore. Those days are over. These people tapping in, these swingers coming in with masturbation dreams, getting into your mind. All these different harvesters in the midnight hour. Bullshit artistry. Going down, down, down. Ring of fire. A ring of fire. Alright then. I'm going to go ahead and shut it off here. Aw, honey. Queen bees. Mo Golden, you're a sweetheart. Thank you for your positive comments. Thank you, Angel Hoy. Scott, thank you. Jen, thank you. Everybody, thank you so much. You know, those of you who have been very sweet here in the comments, I really appreciate you. I really do. And I'm doing my best to weed out those others that are just nasty. You know, it takes time and unfortunately a lot of patience while we do this. So, but it is occurring. It is occurring. And eventually all of this is going to go away, and we will just be naturally connected as we are meant to be, because we are universal. We're naturally psychic, and we've been kind of, you know, hidden from everybody. Because these others, they did everything they could to shut us down in every single way possible. They hurt us real, real bad in the mental body and in the emotional body. But you all, you know, you really stuck out. You know, you really, you chose to live Even when it hurt so freaking bad, man, you chose to stay alive. You chose hope that someday it would be, you would experience some kind of ease, and it's coming. So, good for you. Um, when you start to hear, just keep in mind, your guidance may not be in a human form, okay? And it may not be the machines either, because natural telepathy, full-blown psychic mediumship, the connectedness with the all that is, we're going to start getting our messaging from the birds, from the newt, from whatever, from Mr. Mole. I mean, we're going to be getting our natural medicine from our natural spirit animals. So pay attention, and know that not everybody you hear is a human being. It could very well be somebody that you've slighted, like the crow, or like the squirrel, or like anybody. You might have been real mean to them, and you might have to make up for some shit before you can get the support of that particular kingdom again. There may have to be amendments made, some kind of compromise. You know, somebody was talking about bug energy attacking, you know? Spiders are dream weavers, flies on the wall spying. There may need to be some kind of a compromise made so that they no longer wish to work with your enemy, you know? I mean, go ahead and try to make friends if you feel up to it or whatever. I don't know, you know? But there's a lot of trickster spirits out there too, so take it as it resonates for you. But you're an animal communicator and you're living in denial. But you might be awakening to the fact that it's your career. You could be a universal counselor of all species. And it could have been hidden from you by the machines and their towers hitting your mind with their satellite and their Wi-Fi. Turn it on airplane mode, stick the phone in the microwave at night, because they're trying to make you do something that you do not want to do. They're trying to program you, who have the power of the sun. You're a very trusted ally of the animal kingdom. Empress. And it's your purpose is conflict resolution. You're the mother. You don't make war. And you're not a whore. No matter what the machine says. All right? Much love to you all. Take care.